Welcome to the Rich Flow of Life podcast. Join Valerie Kanay, the award-winning authority author, as she takes you on a journey for your personal evolution. Valerie Kanay talks to enlightened featured guests who hold the keys to unlock your unique life situation. They each bring to the table their very powerful personal spin to inspire and empower you to learn to step up your game into the rich flow of life.
Well, hello everybody, I'm Valerie Kanay, and today our featured guest is Osayi Emokpae Lasisi, whom I'm so proud, pleased, and honored to have joining us. So let me tell you, Osayi is a well-rounded expert, and she's a very diverse businesswoman. Oh my goodness, I just love meeting her and having her on today to tell us all about her incredible and remarkable works. So let me tell you just a bit more about her. She lives in Lagos, Nigeria, with her wonderful husband and her beautiful and brilliant daughter. Osayi is the founder of the Making Mommies Academy, where she helps women make millions and build their own unique legacies. Oh yeah. She also is building a movement, a great community of people. She has the Happy People, Happy Profit community, where leaders are born and made and sharpening and honing them skills continually and effortlessly, as Osayi tells me. She has the master plan where she helps to navigate you in all of these specific and distinct skill sets that you need to be the leaders of today. She is a go-to authority and expert on leadership and team building. But now it gets better than this, as Osayi is the author of the books Invest in People, Invest in Profits, and she's also the author of the up-and-coming book, get this, People Are Not Stupid. Oh my goodness, I just love this woman. And on that note, welcome, Osayi, to our program.
Thank you, Valerie. It's such an honor and a privilege to be here. Thank you for having me on.
You're welcome. It is so fantastic to finally be able to talk to you. And I just can't wait to dig in and give folks all this good and great stuff about the Mommies Academy. Tell me, what is that all about?
All right. So I'm a licensed attorney, and from working in the legal department and stuff, I used to work in contracts law for businesses, but I decided that I wanted to do something different. So I started working in HR, and I really enjoyed HR, and I really enjoyed helping people, but I enjoyed mostly the talent management aspect of it. So the more I talked about HR, the more I'd be called to speak about it and everything. And then women started asking me about how I was building my business, how that was going. So we created the Making Mommies Academy to help moms to build their own businesses based on whatever their own passion is, whatever their desires are, whatever their goals are. So we talk about changing your mindset. We talk about strategies. We talk about different tips and tricks and everything to help you to build your business, to connect with people. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been interesting. It's been challenging, but it's been a lot of fun because I really see it impacting people's lives. Because there are lots of communities that are focused on parenting, at least specifically for African women. There are communities focused on parenting. There are communities focused on being a woman. Yeah. But there aren't that many communities focused on being a mom and also being in business. Wow. Specifically for African women. I mean, some of the communities for parenting or for being a woman, they might talk about business every now and then. Right. But this is a little bit different. And it's been exciting, and people, I mean, the academy is not that old. I can't remember when we started, but it's just a couple of months old, and we already have over 1,500 women in the academy asking questions, just looking for feedback for so many things. And I'm always trying to explain things to them because whenever they think about an academy that's teaching you to make money, they're expecting me to give them the product. You know, they're thinking it's some kind of like MLM. And I have nothing against MLM. Yes. But that's not what it is. Okay. And so Yeah, so it's been interesting because a lot of people come expecting that I'm going to give you products to go out and sell. And then when I would now explain to them that no, you need to figure out what products you want to sell. And if your product is an MLM product, fine, because the skills apply regardless of the product. It's just about you working the system, you learning how to be a better business owner, a better connector with people, a better customer service person. It's just about that. But you have to provide the product. I'm not going to give you the product.
Gotcha. So what I'm hearing from this is that, okay, first it start with the mindset, right? Okay, let's say you're an employee and you say, well, I'm ready to break out on my own and start doing my own thing. Would this be one of the first steps they take by joining the community where they can start building it? Go ahead.
Yes, exactly. It would be one of the first steps that they take. And actually, I also have a virtual summit that I work with that I'm launching, and I do different things because I'm looking at doing various virtual summits. And one of the virtual summits is the money-making transition, which is helping women to transition from employees to business owners.
Right.
And that's moneymakingtransition.com. But what I realized is that, yes, mindset is one of the biggest things because we don't even know we have mindset issues.
No, we don't.
We don't. So just imagine, maybe I have the answer to whatever your challenge is, but you don't ask me because you're afraid that I'll say no. Right. And that's a mindset issue, right? Or you can invest in a coach, but you don't because you believe you don't have the money.
Yes.
But that's a mindset issue because if you needed to get the money for whatever was important to you, you would get the money. And it's something that I'm working on too,
Absolutely.
I've had several coaches and they've really exposed the flaws in the ways that I think. So we usually start from there. We start with the mindset and then helping you to get clear. What exactly do you want? And what exactly is good for you? Because sometimes people come and they want to just do what their friends are doing or what they heard is making money, but it might not be a good fit for them because they might not believe in the product or whatever. So it's more about helping you find clarity, helping you change your mindset, actually believe that whatever you want to do is possible if you just get committed to it. And then we then teach them the tips and tricks and the strategies of using social media, of everything else. But it really does start with you getting clear about what you want to do and then understanding that it's possible and understanding that you don't get discouraged by people's no's. You don't get so fearful and just realizing that in life, there are only two options. You either get what you want or you learn from your experience. So it's not really like a bad or a good. It's not really like you fail. You don't fail. You just learn something, So you either got exactly what you expected to get, or you had a learning experience that, okay, I guess that doesn't work for right now. And then next time you could either make a different decision based on that or make the same decision and get the same learning experience until you get it. So that's kind of what we try to help women to do. And we have several challenges, several books that we put out there just to help them. But in the end, it's up to the women to do what they need to do because you can give the information, but you cannot force somebody to implement.
That's right. Okay, so that's wonderful because one of the things I like, even we do with the podcast and everything, is the information is key. It's very important because you're not going to be able to move forward without the information. But like you said, unless you put things into action, you got to do what you learn. That's going to make the difference. So so with the academy and everything, once a person sign up and they join in, what can they expect? Do they go like every day? Is it once per week? How do you know how much activity you need to be active in the community for it to really be workable and beneficial for you? What is the requirements on that part?
For the most part, it's virtual. We have some physical events every now and then. We're still trying to work on creating a structure and a system for that. But for the most part, it's virtual. Oh. Now, it depends on the individual. What do they want? What kind of results do they want in the next 3 months? because I like to work in 90 days. You know, I do believe in having a big goal and planning your life. And you know, some coaches talk about what's your 10-year goal, what's your 5-year goal. And at first, I mean, when I was younger, it made sense. But now I'm like, so many things have changed.
Of course,
you know,
right.
So I try not to work on a 5-year goal.
No.
A 1-year goal is not bad.
Right.
Even 1 year can be so long that so many things change. But if you have like a huge goal, I can understand you putting it in perspective for 1 year. But there's so many things that are going to change in between.
And Osayi, I'll add this also too, because, you know, like for most people, like even ourselves with startups, with stuff, even the Rich Flow of Life podcast, we're new at this stuff. We've just been doing it now a little shy of a year. And I'll say this one thing out to people. One of the things when you're first starting out with something is you really don't know what to expect, especially if you've never done that thing before that you really desire to do or that you really want to do. So I always say just start out, you know, with at least the first, like you say, 90 days. And even if 90 days seem too long, just look at the first week. What do I just need to do in this week? And then as you start to make headway, gain traction, now you can start setting a little bit longer until you finally get out into the reach of what you're going to be doing and focusing your efforts towards. But first, it seems scary most of the time to most startups and people coming out of the gate is because they don't know what to expect. And it's, you know, so, you know, just keep it in short increments. So I like that. 90 days. Awesome. High five.
So we do that. So we can either do a one-on-one 90-day session where we meet weekly and, you know, talk about the different things, the goals and stuff like that. Or we could do the group session. It depends on the level of investment that they're prepared to go into. Mm-hmm. So those are the things that we have. Now, once we've done the 90 days, there is another 90-day program. In the end, it'll stretch out to a year, but it just depends because after that first 90 days, we get to sit down and decide, do we want to continue? And if it's something we want to continue, then we'll now go to the next 90 days. Do we want to continue? You know, in those kinds of increments. And it makes sense to do that because I have a coach who recommended that and it worked so well for me.
Right.
And one of the examples I can even give is that I was focusing on HR and a lot of people knew me for HR. And then all of a sudden this the Money Making Mommies Academy just started growing and I saw like this huge need. It was almost something I stumbled into.
Oh, wow.
And all of a sudden, you know, it was like it was kind of like I had to kind of pull back a little bit on the HR aspect. I still do it, but not as intensely, and I'm still trying to figure out how to merge the two.
Okay.
But now I'm focusing more on the Mommies Academy because it's near and dear to my heart. I have a little child, so I can understand how you can easily get discouraged from all your dreams once you start having children.
Right.
Yeah, because you think like I will never have enough time to do anything again. But it's not like that, especially when they're little. You start to doubt.
They need you so much because you're in there, and they command all the attention because they want the love and the attention from the mommy. Even when there's a daddy, they want mom's attention. Everybody knows that about a baby. So, so how do you find that unique mesh of balance between motherhood and the startup of the new business? How do you find that chemistry there? You know?
One thing that I realized and that I also tell my clients is that being a woman actually is an advantage to being in business. So a lot of people look at it as a disadvantage or something that you just have to thrive despite being a woman. But it's actually an advantage because one is you've learned the art of trying to understand somebody who doesn't know how to communicate.
Right.
And oftentimes as a business owner, you're trying to find solutions for somebody who doesn't quite know how to tell you what they need, or they might be telling you, but they might not be telling you clearly. And those are your customers, right? Your clients. So as a business owner, you're spending a lot of time trying to solve their problems, trying to empathize with them, trying to listen to them. And as a mom, you've learned those skills. you've learned how to do multiple things simultaneously. It's not really multitasking, but you've learned how to do so many different things. And these are all skills that are really important, especially in the beginning of a business, before you're able to delegate things or you really understand the market and stuff like that. So the way that I balance things is I pick something to focus on and I focus on that.
Cool.
And then I go into the next thing and I focus on that. And then when things start to get a little bit confusing, like, okay, what do I need to do now? Or what's next? That means I just need to sit back and maybe take some time off and just pray, think about it, and then come back to it. And then of course talk to my coaches and talk to friends that I trust their advice. But that's really what it is. It's always a balancing act. And one of my mentors said that, it depends on your season of life.
Yes.
Because, yes, my daughter is almost 2 years old, and so she's very needy right now. But when she's 18, 19, I'm not going to be having her sitting on my lap while I'm working. So I need to build as much as I can now and then keep going from there.
Yeah.
So it's always going to be a balancing act, but that's what life is. That's the beauty of life. So instead of like being stressed about, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this and handle this and so many pressures. It's just, okay, this is life. How am I going to handle it? And just let it and just flow with it, just like your podcast, you just flow with it. And when you let yourself flow, you realize it's really not that big of a deal, and you figure it out. Things just kind of figure themselves out. And
they work out. They work out.
Exactly.
So what I love so much about this society, the Money Making Mommy Academies, is that you've built a network of women for women that's in these particular dynamics in their lives. Their moms making, like you say, into millions, and they have their families and their children and everything, and you're bringing it all together. Like you say, usually people have it one or the other or every sporadic now and again, but this is continual, consistently, where you get the support, the network, everything that you've explained here on our program. So I think it's just really incredible. And I, just like to say kudos to you for having such an imagination and bringing that vision to life for people that's in need of it, because there are a lot of people. Yeah, there are a lot of people that's in need of it. And so that's why we make these programs, so we can bring that message forward so folks know what's out here nowadays, because the dynamics of life have changed tremendously altogether. Like you said, it's virtual now, and you don't even have to leave your house. You can join these communities. Join these communities online. So the support is out here. So this is why we're sharing to let you know that thank God for Osayi. She's brought it to life. So now, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and that's the beauty of it, because once you bring that to life, other ideas come up, and it's like the more you create, the more you have to create. And it makes your own life interesting, and it makes everything just more interesting, because you're just walking around and you see something that someone's doing, and you can just kind of like, oh, I could do something similar and apply it this way, and I could do this. And so your whole life, you're creating things, and that's really who we're supposed to be. We're not just supposed to be just absorbing. We're supposed to be creating. And I keep saying, we need you to lead us. And that's what I always tell my mommies in the academy. I tell them that I'm not here to, just tell you what to do. I'm here to help you so you can come back and lead me in your specific niche. So I need you to come back and teach me how to knit, if knitting is what you're interested in. I need you to come back and teach me how to fix a car, if that's what you're interested in. But we need you to lead us, because what I can lead in is not everything. I can only lead in this thing. So you need to get serious. And that's the thing. Like, I believe in having fun and enjoying life, but this thing is serious too.
Serious, that's right.
There are people depending on you. There are people depending on you to come into your gift, to understand how to make money from what you need to do. Because if you can make money from it, then you can keep doing it, and you can help people save their lives. So, for example, a mechanic. When your car is bad, you don't say, "Oh, a mechanic is just a leisurely add-on or something." No, it's something you need, and maybe it will help you to get to the grocery store, or help you to get to the hospital, or whatever. Or somebody who knits. you can say, oh, that's just trivial. But they're knitting a sweater, they're knitting a blanket for a baby, you know, those kinds of things. So, or somebody who talks about mindset. They are the kind of people that will prevent somebody from killing themselves, from committing suicide. So every gift that you're bringing into the world is needed. And I try to emphasize that we desperately need you.
Desperately needed. Everybody has a unique calling on their life, and we say, darn gonna bring it out here, bring it to forth and give it to us. All right, Osayi, so our program is coming in. You done preach to the choir. I'm the choir. So anyways, let folks know how they can hook into you and get on board with your academy and work with you directly. Give out your website and all the information to hook you into you, because boy, you are some powerful force, I tell you.
Oh, thank you so much. So you can join us, the Money Making Mommies. It's money making, www.moneymaking-mommies, mommies.com. Or you can connect with me on my website is osayilasisi.com, OSAYILASISI.com. Either one, I'll reach out to you and I'll welcome you to the tribe, and we will just, do whatever we need to do to make sure that the relationship is a powerful and mutually beneficial one.
Woo, I love it. Okay, and on that note there, Osayi, I'm going to say that I love you dearly, and I've thoroughly enjoyed having you on the program today. Okay?
Thank you so much for having me. It has been a delight.
Bye-bye.
You have been listening to the Rich Flow of Life podcast with host Valerie Kanay. We're most appreciative you took the time to be with us, and thank you. For more action, go subscribe to Valerie Kanay Talks YouTube channel and like us on Facebook at Valerie Kanay Talks, and follow us on Twitter at Valerie Kanay. Until next time, we love ya.